Japanese I'm the Human Resource Manager of Startup Entertainment Korea.
Yeah.
And you must be Lu Xue?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I saw that you applied for the job as an agent of a new Korean K-pop group. Well, let's start with your background information.
Yeah.
Can you tell me something about it?
I'm a Hansa student in Holland, and I'm doing my business, and I would graduate in 2 years.
Yes.
And now I'm looking for this audition placement because I'm studying business, and I believe I could do it really well. And I was in China for over 19 years, and I know the culture and all the Asian things there.
So you also know about the Korean culture?
Yeah, because my hometown is Yantai, just next to the South Korea and Japan. And when I was in middle school and high school, I had close friends in my class.
Yes.
Because they were kind of exchange students to my hometown, and I was living with them for a long time, so I kind of knew how to communicate with Korean people and the cultural things.
Okay. You also, I see that you also speak Korean, and it's fluent, or?
It's like when I was in elementary school, 2 Korean groups were really popular in Asia, HOT and SES, and I had a feeling with them, so I started listening to Korean music, but could not understand the sentences, so I picked up Korean to study, and it's been over 10 years, and I had Korean friends, and it's really popular that the Korean people are living in my hometown, so it's kind of a mixture culture, so I learned some things.
Okay, so you're able to communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also saw that you were in a K-pop group for more than 5 years.
Yeah. When I was in high school, and I started dancing with the people. We all like Korean music, and we firstly repeated the dance they did, and then we started attending competition with the different students in our province, and it's been 5 years, and we firstly won 2 first awards in the competition games.
So you won the regional awards twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Well, can you, how would you describe your skills? Do you have, do you speak more than only Korean and Mandarin?
I'm Chinese, so it's a native Chinese speaker, and I could speak Japanese and Korean.
Yes.
Because my mom was working for a Japanese beer company, and it was compulsory to learn this language. And when I was in elementary school, every day after school I would go to my mom's company. So I started studying this language with my mom. And then when I went to the middle school, I had a net school, and I started the language in the net school. So I passed the second level of the International Japanese Language exam.
Okay. Do you also speak more languages?
Since I've been in Holland for over 1 year, and I improved my English, and I also passed the IELTS exam, so I could speak fluent English. And my second language in Hansa, my university is Dutch. I could speak a little bit Dutch.
Okay. As an agent, you should also be familiar with marketing. Do you have any experience in that field?
My major is international business and management, and in year 1 we started marketing, and I passed it as 8.7. And the second year we would have something like a stock market, but lots of things are related to marketing. And the 4th year we will also study the international marketing. It's a main major, so I think I'm really confident on it.
So you already gained some experience in marketing due to the first year subject?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any school activities you have participated?
When I was in high school, I was a volunteer in the students' union, and I was responsible for organizing activities. It's like dancing games, singing games, or sports games. And when I went to the Hansa, the university, I attended the honors program, and I'm also doing the mentorship for UN students. This kind of things helped me to be more open-minded and improve my interaction skills with different people.
Okay. In which subject have you been mentoring?
It's not like to help them with their subjects, it's to help them to get used to the new environment in Hansa, all the new things that they didn't know.
Okay. Why do you think you might like to work for a company?
Firstly, when I was young, I picked up the Korean pop music. I do love it. It's really a big part of my life. And secondly, I could speak Korean. I'm familiar with Korean culture, and I have Korean friends. It's like kind of networking. If I really go to Korea to work, I will not feel alone or lost. And the thirdly, I'm doing my business study in Hansa. For the professional knowledge, I'm confident. So I think I have the abilities to do this well.
Okay. And why do you actually choose our company such as Entertainment?
Starship Entertainment is really new. It's just like 6 or 5 years old, and till now you only have 2 groups that are public. But I do love the group system because the way you produce the songs, it's really unique, and all the songs are pop songs and hit songs. And the boys' friend, that group is also really new, and I really saw the direction they could improve too. So I really want to be in this company, and I found that the relationship between employers and employees and all different groups in this company is really friendly, and it's really open. It's not really like the other companies, and it's the thing I really admire.
Okay. Can you tell me something about your education? Because you already mentioned that you are studying international business and management. It's a Hansa University. And what about high school? Which school did you go first?
I was all the time living in my hometown, Yantai, Shandong Province, and I finished my middle school, high school in Yantai, and I attended the university entrance exam in year 2010. I passed the exam, so I went to the capital city, Beijing. I was accepted by the Beijing Normal University, and then I was picked up to the major business management, but I was sick. So in China, if you sick, you could not continue the credits. So I quit school, and then I could not go back to the school. So I started preparing for the IELTS exam and plan to go abroad to study. And then I found that Holland is really good because they don't ask me for second language results. So I'm here in Hansa University, and I'm studying my international business and then management about business things in Hansa in Holland.
Okay. Well, can you tell me something about you? What kind of person are you? Are you open?
I'm a person that I'm open-minded, and I'm really passionate and ambitious, and I'm really punctual. I have the well-organized schedule for every day, every week, and I take care of everyone's motion because in Hansa, in IBS, we have lots of group works, and I know how to exchange my roles in different groups, and I do care about everyone. It's like we're not only working relationship, we do have a friendship, and the people will not hate me, but they will be close with me.
Okay, so you're also easygoing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you actually also like to travel, or
Yeah.
would you like to after you got the job just to stay in Korea?
I do like to travel, When because I'm studying in Holland, so I have the chance to go to the other European countries. I went to Swiss, Finland, Spain, France, and so on, and they're so different. I could learn the different cultures difference in these countries, and after my graduation, I prefer to go back to Asia and to work on the Asian music market. So I do prefer Korean one because I'm familiar with it and good at it.
Okay, so you don't have any problems to, for example, to have to travel to China for a month or to Japan for a month to promote your music?
No.
Okay, that's good. What qualification do you think that you have that make you feel successful, to become successful? You already mentioned that you had some experience in K-pop music and also in the group itself, but are there any other factors that might contribute to a company?
I think firstly my personalities are really good because I'm punctual and I will do my best to work for my aim. So if I could be the agent, I would communicate really well between the group and the company. And then secondly, I could finish my Hansa University the bachelor, so I'm good at the knowledge. So it will not be a problem for me to do in a professional way. And thirdly, I have networking things, and if I do this job, I could pick it up really fast, and I could get used to the new environment very fast.
Okay. Well, sounds good. Has there been any drawbacks? Did you have hard times at school or?
Since the first year in Hansa, it was really difficult because firstly, I was in China. I didn't know anything about this country.
Yes.
And then I flew to Holland. I found it was really different with my will. And I could not speak Dutch, but I could hear and see Dutch language every day. It was really the problem with me. And then because I passed the English exam, so I didn't go to the preparation course. But for Chinese, mainly Chinese, we could not really speak. So the first year, I firstly need to catch up with study because my English was not good, and the universities are different with the Chinese universities. And I also need to know that how to use the IT system for checking the daily schedule, for receiving emails, everything. And then I found, after the school things, I found that I needed to get into the Dutch society, the social life. And then I started talking with people because firstly I was really close with myself. And then I started communicating with the international people and to change myself, change my clothes way, change my drinking ways, like I didn't drink coffee. And it was a barrier between my international friends and I, because even they asked me to have a coffee time, that I just said I don't drink it. And then I finished my year 1 study. The year 2 is much better, but the Dutch language, the second language, is another problem. But I think I'm doing it really well right now.
Okay. So you also already got used to the Dutch culture already after a year? What would you say what your strengths are? What are you good at? Because I see that you also have empathy, but also are really stress resistant. Can you mention any examples?
In year 2010, I firstly went to the university, but then I was shocked that I had a big problem with my stomach. So I went to the hospital, and because firstly I was in the capital city, my parents separated, and my mom was in another country, so I didn't have money. I even could not connect with my parents. So I asked the money from my friends in the capital city. I went to the hospital myself full time, and 4 times, and then I was scheduled for the surgery time. So I first day had the first surgery in the capital city, but living in a hospital is really expensive. So I quit. I went to my school and I was living there, and my friends and my roommates, they were taking care of me. It's kind of really a warm memory. And after that, I didn't recover. And so I first quit school. I went back to my hometown, and then because my hometown's hospitals are not good enough than capital ones, so we moved to the capital city in my province, and we moved to the city called Jinan. And my mom was there, and she connected with some close friends, and I was scheduled to a good environment in that hospital. So I started doing the second surgery, and the time was almost 1 year. It's not only about money. It's like I didn't know if I could survive or I could live for a long time, because the problem was really serious, and the doctors were worried about me. They even told me that you could not go abroad because you could not recover before the time. And that time that I could not suffer it, but I saw my mom's face, so I smiled. I told my mom I would be okay. I don't feel anything wrong. And that's the time that the first thing that living well is a good thing, that and it's really responsible for yourself. And after you feel you handle this kind of things, then other things will not be problems. So I feel really strong right now because I'm not scared of anything.
Okay, so due to this experience, you would say that you have developed stress resistance?
Yeah.
And but how would you explain your empathy? How did you gain it? Or can you explain or mention any examples of your empathy?
For the empathy thing, firstly, I think I have lots of experience that helps me to do it better. And secondly, I'm a Buddhist, and my mom always told me that you could really learn things from others, the things you don't have, but the people do have. So every time it's like a teamwork time. I firstly sit there and I didn't speak, but I was watching everyone. I wanted to know everyone's personality, and then I could know that who I could be close to. Then I would be like a friend to talk with people and know their personalities. Maybe they would share their experience with me, and then I know this person better, and I'm close with this person, and if they have something wrong, that I will exchange my role. I would be him or her to think about this kind of thing. So I will not be angry or be disappointed with the situation that happened in the group work, but I could think about their life. So that's the way I do the empathy.
Okay, so you were able to see things from his or her perspective. Yeah. That's good. Did you have any difficult or bad experience or to get along with colleagues or supervisors yet? Or with teachers?
Yeah, it's like when I was studying my year 1 in Hangzhou, and the first year we had the big 2 projects in 2 semesters, and the first semester was really bad because it's a CPP project and it would be continued for over 4 months, and I was in a group with 3 Dutch students and 1 Chinese girl. The Dutch people just didn't listen to me. They were all the time speaking Dutch. I was really passive, and the Chinese girl could not speak English. I even needed to transfer everything for her. So it's like I didn't really do the right things. It's like I finished my work, but it was not really happy, and I don't want to say the persons again, and it's really bad. But next semester, I had a BPP project, also with people that they are not really professional, but I changed my role. It's like I was stronger, and I controlled the situation with a Dutch guy, my close friend, and it's actually only 2 persons. It's like my friend and I, we were the only people that were working, but we finished the project just a 6.5, but we were happy because if we didn't do anything, we would fail this project and be kicked out of school.
Okay. Did you even confront those people you couldn't get along with?
Yeah.
Confront those people you couldn't get along with, like tell them, did you even, like the first project you told me about, that you told the Dutch guys that you also could contribute something to it, or didn't you just say anything?
I said something, but I was really emotional.
Yes.
The first semester I was not really professional. I really took care of their emotions, or I hurt them. So I didn't say anything, but I hid my anger and every bad emotions to them, but I just didn't say out.
Okay, so you didn't confront them, but you just kept it to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in our company, if you have any points, you should actually express yourself. You can, for example, come to me because I'm a human resource manager,
Yeah.
so I would also be responsible for your emotions in this company. But yeah, well, I see that you are able to cope with your own emotions. So now what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Do you have any idea how long you would like to stay with our company?
Because Korean pop music is my dream for my whole life, and I didn't have the chance to do much with it in the professional business life, so I would prefer at least 3 years to be in the company.
Okay, but as I understood, you first would like to do the placement here,
Yeah.
and then later on even
Yeah.
start to work here.
Yeah, I would like to sign a long-time contract.
Okay. Well, I also saw that you mentioned that you're an introvert. Well, you already explained it with your good works and so on. But you also said that you are unassertive. But how do you think you can overcome those limitations? Because in our company, you also need to be open as an agent. You need to network and collaborate with other people, and some of them you probably won't like. So, how do you think you can overcome your limitations in this field?
For this one, I said I was not open. It's kind of for friendship, but for the professional working environment, I could be really open-minded. And after 2 years studying in Hangzhou, I know how to hide my personal emotion over the working environment. So even though I could work with the people I don't like, but I do believe that every time I could learn things from them. So I won't be really angry or disappointed with the people I don't like. And for being an agent, I want to be a family or a close friend with the group, and between the group and the company. Then I would be really open to them, and they could trust me. I could also trust them. So the work would be really insufficient.
Okay. Well, then you are also already familiar with the company's culture?
Yeah.
That's nice. Well, I think all my questions are covered. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. No. I will tell my boss that we will consider you as an applicant.
Yeah.
And then we will contact you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.